Ross, AFC Fylde here on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. You only need to take one look at the table to see how well they're doing. They're right in the title chase, and every game's tough, but never as so as this one, if you like.
Yeah, they're a good team, very strong team. I thought we had good success against them first part of the season, apart from the small period of goals we let in. But I thought overall we worked our shape really well at a difficult place. But yeah, they're at top of the league for a reason. They play some really good stuff. They've got some good experience. But we need to make sure we try and focus on what we need to do. Now, we've had a bit of a rotten couple of weeks with injuries and sickness. So we need to assess those boys. But the boys have been in good spirits. So it's important that we address Fylde and try and get as most out of it as possible.
Yeah, it's looked like that as well. You control the controllables, and the supporters turn up on Saturday, Tuesday, and see the kind of end product, but they don't see training. And training's been quite good by the reaction of the lads more than anything.
Yeah, it's been good. Good intensity, good attitude. Making sure the boys who have been sick don't do too much. We've got to look after those ones slightly. But yeah, we've had a bit of a rotten couple of weeks with injuries and sickness, and I think everyone's getting it. So it's just going around the team. So it's important we sort of keep those boys away when needed and bring them back when they're fully fit. But I think the fans will play a massive part Saturday. I thought they were brilliant in our last game, Buxton with the last minute winner. The noise and the atmosphere was superb, and the boys really, I think they really enjoyed it. We don't always get those last minute goals, and when you do, they really feel good. So I think the fans are going to be really important as well to be our extra man. But the most important thing is we put a team out who are fit and ready to work hard.
Yeah, absolutely. But talking about that, I imagine that you've got some sickness still in there. Then, so who's kind of looking a little bit worse for wear, and who's kind of coming through it and back in the picture?
Yeah, I mean, we had a few last week against Macclesfield. We had a bit of a thin squad, a very light bench. We've had a couple who are feeling better, but they need to make sure they get the work in and blow the cobwebs out. Couple ones who are sort of feeling something, so we need to make sure we look after them. But I think the most important thing, we assess tomorrow of what the squad looks like, and we pick a team who are fit and ready to go and not carrying injuries or niggles or under the weather, because Fylde are a top team. If we play half-hearted and we put half-hearted attitudes or performances out there, maybe some boys are not feeling great, who might be leggy, then it's going to be a tough afternoon. So everyone on the pitch will be at it. We try and make sure the bench is looked after and the ones on the bench are ready to come on and affect us.
Yeah, and you say it like that, but it's so important, isn't it? Because looking beyond the game against Fylde on Saturday, we've got a game away at Hereford on Tuesday, and then followed by another game here against South Shields the following Saturday. The games are starting to come thick and thin, and they're tough games. They're all big games now as we get into the business end of the season. Keeping actual close care of the squad is going to be more important than ever now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like to wrap people up in bubble wrap either. I think we have to train properly. I always liked it as a player, and I know the staff enjoy it. I know the players need it. So there's times where you give the odd person the recovery day, or you do wrap them up once, maybe their age or previous injuries. But boys have to train. They've got to train hard. They've got to make sure that training's just like a game. The intensity is good, the attitude's good, the realism's good. Because if you practice rubbish in a week, then normally you turn out rubbish on a Saturday. So I think it's important that the boys knuckle down and which they have done. That we've got a great group in there, work ever so hard all through the week. So nothing will change. Obviously, we've got to monitor the ones who are carrying a few niggles and the ones who are coming back from sickness, make sure they're not too fatigued and they get injuries. But that's our job as staff to do that. But the boys so far have been spot on, great attitude so far, and we want to take that into Saturday now.
Final one from me, and you've actually just spoken about it a little bit. It was actually the supporters. The average attendances are starting to creep up, and against Buxton there was a good atmosphere and a really good sort of atmosphere when we scored as well, of course. But they're going to be more important than ever going into this business end of the season. We had a decent following away at Macclesfield as well. It's important that they get behind the lads, isn't it?
100%. I think the home games are really important. The noise really makes a difference. I think if we can have everyone cheering and backing us from the first whistle, I think it really does affect the players on the pitch. It gives you that extra 5, 10, 15%. So that's what we need against a really top team. We're not playing against a team who's around the bottom or mid-table. It's a team who have been around the top all season. They know what to do. They've got great experience. They've got a strong budget. They've got a strong squad. I thought we'd done really well at their place, apart from that sort of 15-minute flurry of goals that, was a bit disappointing. So I think the main focus is that we regroup, making sure that everyone's really fit, try and give the fans something to shout about. But their backing is really helpful. So if we can get that from the first whistle, that'd be really appreciated.
Ross, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Cheers.